What's up, my beautiful people? Today is March 8th, and here's your daily energy report. We are in a time of great expansion, of really massive growth to the likes of which we have never experienced in our lives before. From my weekend energy report, I got a lot of messages, and thank you guys so much for reaching out to me, for voicing how you're feeling and let me know what's going on. Sometimes you can feel a little crazy, feel like you're the only one that's going through all these crazy changes. But let me tell you, you are not the only one. All right, neither am I, neither is anybody. And there is a really, I think everybody that I've talked to in this last week is going through some kind of life altering experience, life changing, just packing up and moving, getting out of relationships they've been in for 20 years, 5 years, 10 years, like just things are breaking apart. But guys, that's part of the growth process. Now, remember, okay, because I've got a lot of, it's so interesting. Like, I'm grateful that I have you guys out there that really feel me, feel my energy, feel my vulnerability. And while I'm still going through my stuff, figuring it out, because we all are, right? Being able to sit here and talk to you about it helps me retain and even increase my strength and my confidence in my ability to can keep going when shit gets rough. Because shit is emotionally right now, shit is rough, because there's so, like, we went from a very massively fixed kind of energy, and now this mutable energy is just pulling everything apart, really, in our consciousness. And again, there's nothing even really significant going on in the astrology right now, but the energy is obvious, right? And it's so funny how it works like that, because when all these transits are going on, right, the stuff might come up, or like we might have these ups and downs, and then when everything is actually really good, that's when it's just like blah. All the energy is just coming up and coming out. And guys, it's all about growth. So sometimes when we're going through a period like this is really sort of like a collective Saturn return. All right, Saturn return, if you don't know what that is basically the first part of midlife crisis, right? Where you're looking at your entire life. You're coming back to your center and figuring out, okay, I actually really don't like this. I don't like this. I've been sort of lying to myself. And you come into this deeper level of your awareness. When you suddenly feel like your life is a lie, that is called awakening. That is called digging into a deeper part of yourself and realizing, hey, I want more. And throughout life, we always want more, right? We should always be striving for more, not just settling down. I mean, settling down is, a good thing eventually, but I personally feel, especially for the Aquarian age, the settling down, it's in here, guys. It's not out there. When you are settled and aligned, settle down and aligned to me kind of mean the same thing. All right. When you're settled down and aligned in your heart, in who you are, and following your soul's guidance, things just start to align in the weirdest, most unexpected ways. And we don't fully understand it, but that's where the trust comes in. Okay. And we're all going to have these periods of time. And look, when those triggers come up, there's nothing fun about them. All right. But you learn to just accept them. You learn to shift the perception of your relationship with them. Like, I read this book a long time ago. It's because it's called Fear is Your Friend, right? It was from the Special Forces guy that just really got an intimate relationship with his fear. Now, I've made it a point my entire life to really face my fears through everything that I've done. And that's coming up more and more and more. And I'm grateful for the lessons, and I'm grateful that I have, like, my soul has the strength and the desire to figure it out. When we are seekers, guys, we're always seeking these new truths, these new ways of being, these new understandings, these new depths of who we are, because that is what makes us feel alive inside. So we have a new layer of coming alive in our heart. And with that, it's going to make us realize that, hey, these things don't fit in my life anymore. Or these ideas or belief systems or attachments. It's all really attachments to the past. And if your past self is trying to, like if you're trying to hang on to your past self, you're going to feel very, almost like you're going to feel bipolar, maybe almost like dissociative identity, right? Because that part of us, it can't survive in this energy. So what's going to happen, this is where like March and April is the real time where people are going one of two directions. They're either facing their shit and they're being vulnerable and crying and purging and letting it out, or they are getting stuck in their triggers and they are saying, nope, no, you're wrong, I'm right, and I need to do things like this, and it's going to feel like that, and you're going to go right back into it. Chances are, if they're doing that, they don't even see the possibility of the growth. And that is why this work that we've done previously in our lives is so important, because for us, the answer is kind of obvious, right? Yeah, you might go through some triggers, have a couple days of, like being confused or being stuck in your shit, but eventually it's going to clear and you're going to see it. And now it's going to be like, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone, right? So allow the veil to lift, to uncover whatever it is that you've been hiding from yourself. We're seeing the lies that we tell ourselves. We're seeing deeper into the shadow of who we've been, where we want to go, what we really desire. And look, a lot of this has to do with, where do you give your power away? That's that Pluto energy, right? So are you giving your power away in relationships? Are you allowing someone to abuse you? Are you allowing someone to, do things that, like someone that's healthy would not allow? Like these are the things, the victim mentality, the internal sabotage, or really at a collective level, guys, we are all facing our deepest, darkest abandonment and rejection issues from childhood. That's really what's going on. Okay. So take this message and then sit with yourself and take a look at everything that's going on in your life. And instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Say to yourself, what am I supposed to be learning from this? And when you do that, it's amazing when you actually make the decision, the choice to grow. It's either you make the choice to grow or you make the choice to stay the same, or to be right. Right? If you want to be right and you want to prove yourself right, confirmation bias, you will find everything that makes it right, and you will confirm that, hey, you're right. Yeah, you're going to be right, but you're going to keep replaying this right cycle that you're not really happy with for the rest of your life. This is for the next 20 years, guys. This is our shot. This is our opportunity. And I'll tell you what, all the people that are going to get that out there, dude, like if you go to the CDC website, there's so much information about there. It's scary. It disconnects you from source energy. So those of us that are growing and doing the work and, making it happen, I don't know how these new technologies will work, if these people even have a chance to clear all that stuff out. But that's where we are at. Like, this is where it's really going to split off, and the real sort of next world is beginning, and we don't know what it's going to look like. There's so much uncertainty everywhere, but this is the principle of the Saturn-Uranus square. This is what it's all about, stepping into it. So honor yourself and honor your heart, and see what is really vibing with you, what's really resonating and what's not, right? And then take that and step into it. Even if you don't know how to step into it, choose to step into it. Make the decision. I am going to grow. I am going to do this. I'm going to listen to that voice in my heart, that intuition that I haven't been listening to. And I'm going to, like, you have to start simple, keep it small, keep it very basic. All right. When I first started this, I made a choice. Like, you know what? I want to grow. I want to change. I want to be the optimal version of myself. So I'm going to actually just pick up my shit, leave. I moved, and I decided that every single decision I make is going to be made intuitively. I trained myself to think that way because I was too analytical, or at least I kind of felt I was. And I did that. And it brought me some weird fucking places for a while. But now I'm at the point where, like, that's just automatic, right? Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time, but, it takes all of us time sometimes, especially in these unprecedented times. So that's the energetic message that I have for you. I hope this resonates. If you think someone can utilize this information, please feel free to share this video with them. All right. And don't forget, guess the background vibration of this video and win a free reading with me. 30% off astrology readings. If you're interested, go to my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com, and let's make it happen. All right. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Monday. Don't forget, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, I'll be going live for the weekly energy report. Check it out, because we're going to be having a new moon in Pisces coming up. Is going to be intense. And I'll be dropping that video, my new moon in Pisces video, today as well. So look out for that on my YouTube, spiritualbodybuilder.com. Love y'all. Aho.